Why would anyone do this? That might be your thought right now when it comes to relationships. Whether you're in a relationship right now, thinking about getting into one, or you just left a relationship, your thoughts might be, this is way too hard. Questions, 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 questions. All she do all day, questions. Why are you here? Why are you there? You want to know all of it. You want to know everything. See, I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I had it right because dishes are dishes. But then she was saying that these are pots and pans. And I was like, no, these are dishes. And she was like, no, these are pots and pans. And I'm like, but pots and pans is a dish. And why, if it's a dish, why can't I put it in the dishwasher? I got to make sure that I read out of the back of every dang thing I put in the machine that's supposed to be for these things called dishes. I got to wash them by hand. What are you talking? I don't get. Yeah, you tripping. Now, those are the hardships which do exist. But not today. Today we're going to focus on the positives, on the good things. This intrigues me. Go on. Because there are so many good things. And we're going to discuss that today. Today we're talking about the benefits. Right. I get it. It's confusing. It's even hard to believe. But you did the right thing. You came to class. Balance of power. I got you covered with today's lesson. 7 benefits of being in a relationship. Let's get it in. Alright, so this is going to be just a quick overview, quick bullet points on the benefits of being in a relationship. Now, if you want a more detailed video about this, let a brother know in the comments down below. So we're going over all 7 fairly quickly, but as always, we're going to go in reverse order because it's fun. So if you want to know the most important one, watch till the end. Number 7, you're not lonely. Yeah, I know it might seem like something small because, well, it is the least out of all of these, but it isn't. You, especially if you've been living a lonely life before now, if that happens to be you, it's a massive thing. It's actually an epidemic right now, plaguing people. Men, women, mostly men, but it's huge. And just an example of how huge not being lonely is, y'all realize, right, that this is like the first thing God did when he made us. God made man and he was like, you know what? Nah, it's not good for this dude to be alone. Let me give him a woman. It's first thing. Number 6, legacy, empire. Now, this one is basically talking about you having an empire that you've built. What good is having an empire if at the end of your life you have no one to share it with? Why accumulate all this money? I just talked about that in this video right here when I was talking to Riva about people at the end of their life and how I've seen it over and over and over again. Cats dying with big old piles of money and awards and accolades and whatever, but they can't enjoy any of it really because they don't have anybody to share it with. They didn't make relationships a priority, so you have that. Benefit number 5 is legacy, family. Now, this is the people who you're going to leave your empire to. All that money you accumulated, all the stuff, but it's also the fun things you get to do. When you're a grandpa, grandma, and you've got your family that you built and you formed, that can only happen if you have a relationship and you guys can go out and do trips, ball out, spend money. This is the section of your life where you get to do that, but you can't do that without the relationship. So this is a major benefit to you because at the end of your life, what else you gonna do? You're retired. Or even if you are working, why not enjoy life with your girl or your man and your kids and your grandkids? And yes, it makes way more sense to have all of those things when you are forming a family together, just in case. Because I heard some of y'all going, I don't need nobody else to do that. I can do that. No, this only really happens and it only really works if you do it as a unit. Number 4, teammates, best friends. Basically, this is that fun side of life when you are younger, when you have either no kids or kids are young enough where you can put them to a babysitter or they're old enough where you can leave them alone. Now, yeah, it might seem cool and glamorous to, oh, if I want to do things that are fun, I can just, go down my Rolodex, my roster of women and just pick one. Yeah, that's cool. If I needed to go somewhere, that's cool. If, I can just call somebody up, yeah, that's fine. But it's not as good. It's not as great as when I got to go to Universal to some kind of a event or something. And I'm like, hey, girl, what's up? We going to Universal tonight. Make sure you put that one dress on. She's like, okay. You already know. You got your person. You got your teammate to roll with you to all these fun things, to all the greatness of life. When you're going on trips and you're going on, like, there's a person there. When you want to see a movie, if it's something small, or you're going to, I don't know, Monaco for something big. Some people's lives be like that, you know what I'm saying? But that kind of stuff is always way more fun when you have a known quantity that's a good ride or die type person. Speaking of a ride or die type person, benefit number 3, teammates, us versus the world. This is where it starts to get into the big stuff. Now, there's the fun side of life, but there's also the battle side of life, when the two of you are basically having to go against everybody. It should be a team unit. And for you, you have that person. You got someone to watch your back. And that's the great part about this. You don't have to watch your own back. If it's done correctly, you don't watch your own back. That's what she's for. She doesn't watch her own back. That's what you're for. You watch her back. She watches your back. Boom, boom, boom. You take care of both sides. You never have to worry about anything, because with that tactical battle military side of life, you have someone who's got your back when it's the two of you against everybody. And for benefit number 2, some of y'all might have thought that this was going to be benefit number 1, but it is romance. Yeah, that fire and passion that, yeah, that kind of stuff. Now, again, I know you might be thinking, especially some of you dudes right now, well, what do I need a permanent person for? I could just go out and get that. Yeah, I know. But there's a big difference between getting it from all these other places or getting your nourishment at home. You know what I'm saying? There's a level of security, safety on that physical, sexual plane. You have knowledge, at least, again, if it's done right, that the person is clean. You don't have to worry about people getting tested. You don't have to worry about, you're not in the dating streets, which are grimy right now. That's not anything you have to worry about. So there's a level of safety and physical trust that you have with that other person. Again, knowing that they're clean, knowing that they're not going to try to trip you up on some stuff. Like, oh, this is yo baby. Like, hopefully none of that is going down if it's done right. But again, you got that regular access. You don't have to call anybody. You don't have to go anywhere and like figure out who's in what situation. And there's no games. It's just regular access to nourishment, to I'm saying. Oh yeah, and just in case you're thinking, well, no, when you get into a relationship, or I've been in one, and no, you don't have regular access to I don't know what you're talking about. Don't worry, I got you covered. Duh, you're here. Balance of power, you know what it is. We've already done a video on that right here about how to make sure, at least as a man, and I think I put some stuff in there for women too, on how to make sure you are facilitating the eating, if you know what I'm saying. And the number one benefit of being in a relationship, which I'm curious to see if any of you got this. Like I said, some of you might have thought number 2 would be number 1, but let's find out. Number 1 benefits, leaders and healers. What does that even mean? Well, I'll tell you. This is completing the balance. This is what we need in order to complement each other as humans doing this life together. So yes, complementing each other. In other words, men, we need healers who are our women. Women, you need leaders who are your men. We need that from each other. If you're a woman What we need from you is when we come home, we need somebody to help heal us. We need someone to heal us on a physical, heal us on a mental, heal us on an emotional, on all kinds of levels. We like to be recharged, replenished. We need that. And we have that when we have a relationship that's working the way it's supposed to. That is so necessary for us to go do what we need to do. And women, you need the leader. You need the one to be able to direct all of the chaos that happens in your mind. Just in case you think you ain't chaotic, I already did a video explaining about that, alright? So just watch that. I'm not saying you're terrible, ladies. I'm just saying, not only do you need it, you like it and you want it. You talk about how you want a man who's leading you in this, leading you in that, leading you in finance, leading you in height, leading you where basically he's above you / better than you in these areas. We don't put it that way. That's just how you say it. He needs to make more money. He needs to be taller than you. He needs to have his stuff more together than you are. You want to learn from him. We get it. But the point is, that's the benefit of it, is complimenting. Being able to get from the other that which we lack. Being able to have that balance between the steel and the feathers. To be able to come together as a team, as a unit, to go do whatever we need to do in life. And we can't really do it unless we have this first thing. So if you're a man that does not want to be a leader, and if you're a woman that does not want to be a healer, why are you even in a relationship? Might as well get out now. Might as well not even try. It's the most important benefit in order to receive that and to give that. I know for us as men, it gives us joy to be able to fulfill that role of leader / and all the things that go with it. And there's going to be a video soon about that, on what that means to be a leader. But if these are not the things you want to do, these are not the roles you want to have. And again, not everybody falls directly into this. It might be switched. Maybe the man is the healer and the woman is the leader. I've not really seen that work too well, but y'all do what you want. But the point is, complimenting with leaders and healers. It is one of the best, most important benefits of a relationship. And if you don't want to do it, get out the game. But this is the end of the video, so you know what to do. Go ahead and throw thumbs. And if you found value in this, which I know you did, go ahead and subscribe. Because we're still on our road to 10K, and we want to make sure you get the information. So if you really want to be good, slide this video to somebody else who might need to hear this message. Now I know you love these videos and you love this learning, so go ahead, come on back and click on another video. But until next time, deuce deuce.